6 minutes after 7 this morning, the man accused in Friday's shooting on a MARTA train is set to go before a judge in Douglas County.
MARTA police say several agencies flushed Anthony Gresham out of the woods yesterday morning. They say he ran after an FBI task force spotted him walking along Lee Road in Douglasville. Gresham is accused of shooting a 19-year-old man in the arm and leg on a stopped train at the Midtown station Friday night. Investigators say it appears to be a targeted shooting, although the victim told police he does not know Gresham. Based on what they saw on surveillance video, police say the victim appeared to hesitate before boarding the train after making eye contact with Gresham. The arrest comes as MARTA faces a federal investigation following a series of recent violent incidents across the transit system. A little more than a week ago, police say 25-year-old John Matthews fatally stabbed 66-year-old Margaret Sams Swan on a train heading to the Oakland City station. Matthews faces murder charges and a federal charge for which he could face the death penalty if convicted. And this morning, police are still searching for the suspect in a stabbing at the Georgia State MARTA station May 24th. In that case, officers found a man stabbed multiple times on the concourse. He was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. If you have any information, you are asked to call MARTA police. Atlanta News First is staying on top of the violence and the federal investigation looking into MARTA. You can stay up to date by downloading the free Atlanta News First app.